It's just a stupid song.
Sarah, it's not stupid. If it's a part of your past, then it could be something very important.
It doesn't mean anything.
It does if you somehow know Portuguese.
But I don't.
Let me see if I can remember some of it. A friend of mine used to sing it at school all the time, up and down hallways.
Bonnie, forget it. I can sing a song I don't even remember. What's the big deal?
Sarah, maybe you learned it from someone very important to you.
If they're so important, why aren't they here?
I don't know. But I think that song can help us. That song could be the key to getting you well again. So, Sarah, please try to remember some more for me. Just try.
Allison, what are you doing?
Chill. Nobody saw a thing.
Not here, not now.
Then let's sneak off to the supply closet.
I'm in the middle of rounds.
And I'm in the middle of trying to cheer you up, Grumpy.
I'm not in the mood.
No kidding. Well, how can I help?
Look, you can't. Just let it go, okay?
But I want to try.
Allison, sometimes you can't help. When are you ever gonna get that? Look, I'm sorry, okay? I'm stressed. I haven't gotten any sleep. I've just been sitting in with my dad.
My mom says he's better.
Yeah, well, better doesn't mean he's out of the woods.
Well, there has to be something I can do.
There is.
Name it.
You can leave me alone. I mean, just for today. Okay? It's nothing personal. I just need a little time to myself.
Hey, how's Bob?
Hey, he's better, out of a coma and improving every day. So what are you doing here? Not that I'm complaining.
Well, I thought maybe I could hijack you for a bite over Java.
Oh, I would love to do that, but I got a consult in a few minutes.
Too bad. I was hoping for a little pep talk, too. I don't know if you noticed, but I'm dressed for a rather important meeting myself.
Oh, I noticed, all right. But, you know, these eyes, you look fabulous in a pair of overalls.
Well, if I remember correctly, I believe the DA's office frowns upon overalls.
DA's office?
Tom Hughes has been appointed acting DA, and he has asked me to be his assistant.
Really?
Uh-huh. So I am going to meet him over at the police station a little later.
Wait, you're okay with not running the whole show?
Are you kidding? Absolutely. Less responsibility, less politics, and more time for the man I love.
Ooh, I see your point. You know, I always did say that Tom was a smart man, but this may be his most brilliant move yet.
Oh, he said without bias.
Oh, I got plenty of bias, but, you know, I'm trying to maintain my professional demeanor while I'm in here.
Well, then I should be out of here.
Okay.
I'll call you and let you know how it goes.
All right. Hey, Jess, proud of you.
Give Bob my best, okay?
Dr. Decker, I'm surprised to see you here.
Checking on my patient.
You're a patient.
I'm working with Ben on Bob's case.
Since when?
I don't report to you, Daniels. Nor do I owe you any explanations.
I've heard great things about your recovery, Bob. No. Just relax. We got plenty of time to talk, all right? You rest now. What is it? What are you trying to tell me?
What was that?
It occurred to me that we didn't get a chance to kiss goodbye.
Is that supposed to be funny?
No, there's nothing funny about the way we left things for us.
Hey. I tried to find you. I went to your hotel room. I did, and you were already gone.
Why stay? What was left here for me?
What are you talking about? There were plenty of reasons to stay.
Name one.
So we could talk
About what?
about everything.
Like what? Like how you dumped me for Dusty? Like how all of a sudden I wasn't good enough for you?
It's good enough. You were too good. Maybe things would have cooled down, you know, and we could have talked about it, made sense of what happened.
There's nothing to make sense of, Rose. You made your choice. You chose the guy who was running a scam with my mother. It's not like I was going to stick around and see how that played out.
You took off. Without saying goodbye on a plane. It shouldn't have ended that way.
Didn't end. Here. You're here. And that kiss proves that whatever is between us is far from over.
Where I come from, you take off on a plane, play dead. That's called being over.
All right. So what would you call a kiss like that?
Pushy.
I feel you pushing back.
Now, from now on, I think you should just keep your lips to yourself.
Okay. That's not gonna be easy. Kisses like that, they tell secrets.
I got nothing to hide.
You do. You got a lot to hide, Rose. You don't give away your heart easily. That's why no matter how hard you try and deny it, there will always be something between you and me.
Not if I have something to say about it.
Bonnie, I've tried to remember. My whole life I've tried, but I can't. I don't know my parents, and I have no clue why that song is stuck in my head.
Then I'll help you figure it out.
You can't.
Well, we already know it's Portuguese.
So?
So, Dr. Daniels can use that information to help narrow down where you might have been, or maybe where you even picked up this illness.
Or maybe a foster mother or a babysitter liked that song and sang it to me. It could be another dead end.
But what if it's not? Look, Sarah, I don't blame you for not wanting to get your hopes up, but this is our first real clue here.
I just don't see the point.
The point is getting you healthy, which is exactly why we have to follow every single lead.
And then what? Say this Daniels guy gets me better. What's the good if I just end up alone again?
Is that what you think is gonna happen? Sarah, you're not gonna be alone.
Yeah, I'll have the other kids here, right?
No, I'm not gonna leave you alone. Look, I totally overreacted when you stole Dr. Daniels' PDA. Okay, I freaked. But I'm new at this too, Sarah. And I make a lot of mistakes all the time. But if I'm lucky, I get a chance to fix them.
You'll still be around? Even if I'm better?
Yeah. You know, I grew up pretty far away from here.
Scotland, right?
Right. I lived in this incredible castle with my dad when I was growing up.
Do you miss it?
I miss my father a lot. He and my mother divorced when I was little, and I only got to see my mom on visits. But it was always really sad when she would leave again. When I was a kid, I felt like my heart was in two different places.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I had everything except for the one thing I really wanted. A real home. With two parents who loved each other enough to stick it out so that we could be a real family.
That's all I've ever really wanted. A real family.
And that's what I want for you, Sarah.
Bonnie, I'm not from here either.
You're not?
I'm from another country too.
No, just relax, Bob. All right? You just take your time. There's no rush.
He obviously isn't ready. Pushing him is the worst thing we can do.
I'm not pushing him.
Bob Hughes is not your patient.
I'm not convinced he's yours.
Fine. I'll page Ben and confirm it.
That won't be necessary, Doctor. What is this doing down there? That should help a little bit.
It's time you left, Doctor. You have no authority here.
Does Mrs. Hughes know that you're treating her husband?
Kim asked me personally to rejoin Bob's medical team. She wants her husband under my care. Now, I'm going to demand that you leave so he can get his rest. And if you don't go on your own, I'm going to call security and have you removed.
That won't be necessary. Walker, my patient needs his rest.
I don't want to interfere with his recovery,
All
Doctor.
right, fine. Then any questions you have?
Can obviously wait.
His pressure's up.
I noticed that. All right, Bob, take it easy. Come on, try and take some deep breaths and relax, my friend, okay? I'm gonna make sure that nothing gets in the way of you making 100% recovery as soon as possible.
It's nothing personal, Dusty. You know, Rose and I have a history, that's all.
What's going on, Paul? What do you want, huh? What do you after?
I gotta go. Please, let's go. Excuse me. Let's just get out of here.
No, it's fine. Not till I lay down some rules.
Well, you know Rose, she's not big on the rules.
Let's go.
No,
Please.
don't run off. Really, Dusty, I guess, has something he needs to say.
Yeah, I do. I know what's going on. I know you're trying to hurt her.
Nobody is trying to
I'm the
hurt
one
me.
who hurt her. Have you forgotten, Dusty? That who kidnapped her and her sister? Who humiliated them in front of the entire town? That was you, Dusty. You did that. You deliberately hurt her for money.
If I catch you anywhere near her...
That's it. I'm tired of it. Come on. Nobody talks for me. I'm out of here.
Nobody uses you.
I'm sorry, Rose.
To
Do you
get
feel
what?
used right
No,
now?
I feel like a
Revenge?
ping pong ball, and I'm out of here. I've had enough.
Hey, would you please tell him to keep his distance from you?
Paul and I we're just talking. That's it.
Yeah, Dusty, that's all. We're just reminiscing. We're talking about old times. It's not like anything happened. You're not right, Rose. No, I shouldn't be much longer. We're gonna meet down here. I'll swing by the courthouse when I'm done. All right, bye.
Problems?
I hope not. I think Jessica might just jump at the chance to come back to the DA's office.
Really? How'd you sound when you called her?
Interested.
Interested enough to jump at the chance?
Well, you know, those big attorneys, they never like to tip their hand.
I know. I hate that about you guys.
Tom, I've been calling the DA's office all morning.
Anything I can help you with?
You could help by getting your act together over there.
Well, we're a little understaffed.
You know, I filed a motion in the Chambers case over a week ago. No one from your office has even responded.
Well, things got a little
And
bogged
that
down
doesn't
in the
help my
transition.
client.
I will look into it when I get back to the office.
Well, in the meantime, I'd expect a favorable recommendation at the bail hearing.
Well, I'm not going to swing any side deals with you, Travers.
Oh, honey, Mr. Travers, he likes to get his own way.
And I'd expect you to keep your personal feelings out of the workplace.
Oh. Sure, I will if you will.
I have a meeting. I will get back to you on the Chambers motion.
I'm upping the dosage on Bob's blood pressure medicine.
Well, that's good. We don't want this agitation to cause a setback.
All right, I'm gonna have the nurse call this into the pharmacy. I suggest that the two of you take this outside.
Yes.
I'll stay with Doctor until the medication's...
Did you hear Ben? The best thing for Bob is as few distractions as possible.
Well, then I'll promise not to be a distraction, Doctor.
No. You're a constant reminder of the horrible things that have happened at this hospital. Bob doesn't need that.
As much as I'd like to know what Bob was trying to tell me, I'm not gonna push it. I got plenty of time.
He was probably telling you, or trying to tell you, to leave him alone. Now, if you have something to say to me, don't do it in front of Bob.
Would you like to take it outside, Doctor?
Fine, but keep it short. I don't have any time to waste. Murder.
Paul's right. We were sitting there, reminiscing about old times, and then you showed up.
I really hope that Rose and I can be friends.
Friends, huh?
Yeah. No, I know. You don't know what that means. Let me tell you something, Dusty. If I were going to hit on Rose, I wouldn't do it the way you did it. I wouldn't do it for money behind everybody's back. I would do it right here in the middle of the Lakeview Lounge. I don't give a damn who sees it. But for whatever reason, she has made her choice, and I've accepted that. And I know that you and I are never going to be close again, but does it really mean that we got to be enemies?
So all's forgiven, huh?
Dusty, you know, you almost crashed and burned in an airplane, and then you realize that life's too short to be bitter and angry. I just want Rose to be happy. If you're the guy for the job...
Rose, do you buy this guy?
I can't stand listening to either one of you anymore. You want to spit at each other? Fine, do it without me here.
You know, every word out of your mouth is a lie.
Oh, come on, you're paranoid.
Here's the deal. If you go near Rose, you're gonna wish you were on that plane of yours, kissing the earth goodbye.
Well, I'll consider myself warned.
Okay.
I gotta dial 911 every single time you run into Paul.
All right, it's done. No more fighting.
I just want to get past what we did to Paul. I can't do that with you flying around like Paul's playing Stick It to Rosie, okay?
I just don't want you to get hurt, that's all.
He's never hurt me. He's not hurting me.
You don't know that, do you? Okay, hey, let's not do this. Don't leave, come on.
No.
Let's go to my room and have a drink.
I want to go home. I want to go.
Let's talk about it.
I don't want to talk. I have nothing left to say.
I got some things to say. Come on. Let's go.
Enjoy it while it lasts, Dusty.
Coming up on As the World Turns.
You know, it really makes me wonder if you're as innocent as you claim you are. Why are you so afraid of me, Mr. Rick Decker?
You and me? That's where we started. Let's not forget
Is that where we're gonna end?
No.
Because I want more than what we've had. I can't believe you're buying this guy's act. He's lying through his teeth.
Did I say that I was buying you?
Did you tell him to get lost?
I think you handled that very well for me.
All right, all I'm saying is just stay away from him, all right? He's gonna do anything he can to come between us.
You think Paul would want to hurt me? If he wanted to hurt me, why did he save my life at that lodge?
If he was such a hero, why did he make out like he was dead?
Maybe I understand that. Maybe I do. Why he pulled that stunt. His heart was broken. He was angry. He was confused. Hey, what about me? After I got out of that spa, I had to go to Italy to take some time so I could sort things through. Maybe he just needed a break. That doesn't make him a monster, Dusty.
No? What do you call a guy who sits back and watches his own family plan his funeral? Call him a child. Now, if you have feelings for him, don't hide. Just come out and say it. Don't hide behind your guilt.
I am not hiding anything.
Do you love him or what?
No. I mean, not the way that you're thinking, no.
Because if you do, I want you to walk out that door right now and don't come back.
You'd be okay with that?
I can't get you to believe in me. You know? I can't make you see the truth about this guy.
So you would just give up?
Give up?
Give up on
No,
us?
I never give up. I'm telling you what I want. I want this guy out of our lives. But you gotta want the same thing. No doubts, no confusion. You gotta trust me, you gotta believe in me, if we're ever gonna make it.
Nurse Marina wants this filed, but she told me to have you do it. I guess she thinks I'm immature, too.
Allison, I never said you were immature.
Oh, that's right, insecure. I get my insults confused. And for your information, the middle of the hospital floor is kind of a crummy place for solitude. Isn't that a big word for me? Aren't you impressed?
Impressing me isn't the problem.
Then what is it?
Allison, I don't want to do this here.
Chris, I'm not trying to be a pain. I just want to know my place.
Your place?
In your life, I know that we have to take things slow.
Do you?
Yes. And I know that I can be needy, but it's in my genes. But I am trying harder than ever to get things right.
Well, maybe you shouldn't try so hard.
What is that supposed to mean?
I mean, why can't we just go with things? Like today, it's not about you or us. My dad is sick and I'm tired and I could just use a little understanding. But you can't see anything beyond your own little world, and to be honest, I just want to get as far away from you as I possibly can. Allison, I'm just trying to be honest.
I understand. Honesty is important. And I want to be just as honest with you. Because, honestly, Chris Hughes, I think that you're a skunk. You send me all kinds of mixed signals, and when you're in the mood to be with me, you act like you want me to act like the president of your fan club. Well, I resign. You want some downtime, you can have it, because right now I want to get as far away from you as I can get.
I got your page, Dr. Decker.
You paged Dr. Dixon?
What's going on?
Dr. Daniels is continuing to harass me and put dangerous pressure on Bob.
That's absurd.
Dr. Gordon was obviously behind these murders, but he refuses to accept it.
Wait a minute, what have you done to Bob?
I paid the
He was
man
trying
a
to
visit.
force Bob to answer questions.
He was talking to me on his own.
John, he continues to shadow me as if I'm still a suspect.
Listen, I can't have you disrupting patient care.
That's Dr. Decker's take.
We had to increase Bob's blood care medication.
Dr. Dixon, I never increased his blood pressure.
Oh, come on. You tried to get him to talk. You were implying something about the murders.
Wait. I never mentioned the murders. He was trying to talk to me on his own, not the other way
I don't
around.
care who said what. I will allow nothing to compromise Bob's recovery. Dr. Daniels, I want your final report on this investigation on my desk as soon as possible.
I'm still waiting to review Dr. Gordon's article.
Well, you review it then and you present your findings, all right? As far as I'm concerned, Dr. Gordon's suicide tells me everything I need to know about this case.
Well, I hope you're right, Doctor.
Your work here is done. Bob's on the road to recovery, and I want it to stay that way. As for the rest of us here at the hospital, the best thing we can do is take this whole ugly chapter and put it behind us.
Trust me.
Yeah, your work
There's
here
nothing I'd like better, Doctor.
Your work here is through. Don't you look for problems where they do not exist. Do you understand me?
Perfectly.
Good. You let our doctors do their job without any further interruption from you.
That's all I asked, John. Thank you.
I'll see both of you later.
You heard the man.
Interesting, Dr. Decker. You have all the right answers, all the right people on your side. Ben, Mrs. Hughes. But when I confront you, you call in the big dogs. You know, it really makes me wonder if you're as innocent as you claim you are. Why are you so afraid of me, Mr. Rick Decker?
Sarah, you can't just say something like that and expect it to go away.
Bonnie, you can't tell anyone.
But honey, it's important.
Bonnie, you can't.
Why?
When I was 7, I told my foster mother. She said they could send me back.
Send you back to where?
Promise me.
Does Troy know?
No. If he knew, he'd have to report it, and they'd make me leave the country.
You don't know that, Sarah.
Bonnie, if they find out, I'll have to be shipped back to a place I don't even remember.
No one's gonna ship you anywhere. Okay, I'll talk to somebody. I'll find out more about immigration laws.
No!
No one will know what I'm doing, Sarah. You have my word.
I shouldn't have told you.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I don't mean to push, but Dr. Daniels cannot track this disease without our help. So, Sarah, please. You have to trust me on this. Where are you really from?
Don't you have an office somewhere?
I left a quarter on my phone.
I'm just waiting for Jessica to come out.
Actually, I'm waiting to interview my client, which I can't do because I'm waiting on information from the DA. Is Jessica coming back to work for the DA's office or something?
How could that possibly be any of your business?
You know, Tom would be a fool not to hire her.
I'll pass, excuse me, along the compliment.
You know, she'd be just like her not to stand on pride.
You know what, Mr. Travers? Some attorneys practice law because they actually believe in justice. They don't do it for the money or the press or the fancy title.
Well, she'll be a worthy adversary, that's for sure.
She's moving on with her life. Don't get in the way.
I'm not here to make trouble for Jessica. All right, believe it or not, Margot, all I want is for Jessica to be happy.
So I wonder what you were thinking as far as an agreement goes. We certainly don't need to have a formal interview. If you would like to get back into the 70-hour work week, eating cold food from takeout restaurants and working in a system that's clogged with frustration, we'd love to have you on board.
When do I start?
5 minutes ago. Welcome on board, counselor.
Are you so hard up for work that you can't let this go?
It's called integrity, Dr. Decker. And as far as I'm concerned, this case is going to stay open until I decide otherwise.
Not according to John Dixon.
Well, Dr. Dixon's coming at this from a different point of view.
Oh, and what point of view is that?
He needs to rebuild the confidence, polish the reputation of him all, none of which I give a damn about. At least not until I'm sure the killer's been caught.
The killer is dead.
You think so?
You know, you're a joke, Daniels. This case is closed. Without your help, I might add. I mean, this post-mortem of yours is doing nothing but creating enemies.
I know what logic says, I know what the evidence says, but I know what my instincts are telling me, and I'm putting my money on my instincts, Dr. Decker. They haven't let me down yet.
Dr. Decker, they need me down in the ER. We've got a head trauma from a multi-vehicle collision.
Yeah, sure, go ahead. All right, I'll check in on Bob.
Okay.
Oh, Ben, you know, I think we should restrict visitors with Bob.
Good idea. No one except for immediate family until further notice.
Good, I'll post it on his chart.
Okay, good. Page me if there's any change in Bob's condition.
No problem.
All right.
Finally. Alone at last, Bob. That Walker Daniels is such a nuisance. I'm going to make sure that he doesn't pester you anymore. As a matter of fact, I'm going to make sure that you don't have another care in the world.
I do believe in you. But Paul's family is here. We can't wish him away. It's not right.
You need a man to trust. I need the same from you. If you want to play with Boy Scouts, you gotta go somewhere else.
You trying to scare me off?
Of course not.
Yeah?
No. I hurt you, didn't I? I hurt you once. I would never do that again. You know that.
Sometimes you hurt people without even trying. Like Paul, you and me, that's where we started. Let's not
Is
forget
that where we're gonna end?
No.
Because I want more than what we've had.
I want that too,
Then
believe
you gotta
me.
shut down these voices inside your head.
How do I do that? Tell me, how do I do that? I'm the one who messed things up. I'm the one who doesn't know what she wants. I end up hurting Paul because of it, and now I'm hurting you.
Me? You're not hurting me. You're hurting yourself. Come on. Come on, you don't think I feel bad about what I did to Paul? I hate what I did to him, but I'll tell you this. I'd do it all over again to be with you. I mean, deep down, don't you feel the same way?
Deep down, I'm as mixed up and confused as the rest of me.
Then you gotta forget about him. Forget about the sadness. Forget about all the pain. Just forget about it. You don't need it. And you don't need Lillian Holden telling you what to do with your life. It's you and me. That's it. And we got all we need to be happy. Don't deny it. You know what you want. And you know who you want.
Hot enough for you. Damon and Drew, weekdays on The Young and the Restless.
I assume congratulations are in order.
Jessica has agreed to come back to the DA's office.
I couldn't be more happy for you, Jessica.
So I will get back to you on your client, Travers, and in the meantime, why don't you do everyone a favor and make yourself scarce?
You know, all this hostility could give a man a complex.
Don't even try, Marshall. Your charm is lost on me.
You know, Margot tells me you're getting on with your life. Obviously, she's misinformed.
Why? Because I won't let bygones be bygones? After what you did to me, I'm just supposed to dismiss it as some boyish prank? You don't get off that easy, Marshall. I'm not going to absolve you of your sins. Oh, yes, I will face you in the courtroom. But I won't pat you on the back at the end of the day or say, good work, counselor. We won't be meeting for drinks at the Lakeview. My encounters with you will be limited to work, and then only when absolutely necessary.
Oakdale's a small town.
Well, that may be, Marshall, but you know what? You're a small man who thinks he's above the law. But I have seen and heard the truth. And you will not be able to win me over or convince me that you are anything more than a liar and a fraud.
I'm much more than that. I'm a man with a lot left to prove.
I'm not interested.
You know, after everything we've been through, there's one thing I will always be grateful for. You were there for me when my daughter died. You helped me grieve for Zara. I was losing you and I'd lost my child, but for a brief moment, I knew what it was like to have the love and support of an extraordinary woman. And for that, I will always be grateful.
I would tell you if I could remember.
No, you wouldn't. And I don't blame you. I can be pretty pushy when I want some answers. It drives my mom crazy. And if you really can't remember where you're from, then we'll figure it out together when you're ready. And if you don't want me to tell anyone until you're ready, then it'll just be our secret. All best friends have secrets, so why shouldn't we?
I've never had a best friend before.
Well, you do now. You're part of my life now, Sarah. That means I'm always on your side. So whatever dreams you have, whatever problems you may have, there are dreams, there are problems. We can always depend on each other. Because that's a big part of being best friends, too.
It's Brazil, Bonnie. I'm really from Brazil.
Are you sure now?
No more questions.
I want you to tell me that you want me as much as I want you.
Yes. Yes, I want you. God. I want you.
Come on, Jen. I thought you'd given up on that perfect daughter routine. Well, I'm sorry, but you need to get down here and meet me at the Lakeview Lounge. Yes, now. I need something from you. I don't care what you tell Barbara. Just get down here right away. It's important.
I was just down in the lab. They asked me to give this to you right away. It's Dr. Gordon's autopsy report.
Thank you.
Was there potassium chloride in his blood?
Yes.
I guess that proves he was a murderer.
Not so sure about that, Chris. Not so sure at all.
Bob, your healing powers are extraordinary. I've never seen anything quite like it. Your monitors, your lab work all point to a perfect recovery. No. We can't have any last-minute heroics. Bob, as you well know, medicine is not an exact science. Setbacks, as tragic as they are, sometimes unavoidable. And you, my friend, are about to have the worst kind of setback. Fatal kind.
Next week on As the World Turns.
I need your help. I need to track down Simon Fraser.
I bet you that in 1 month's time, Jen will still be living happily with me.
I'll bet you $1,000.
Oh, try $1 million. Are you in?
Code Blue, ICU number 3.
That's Dad's room.
Oh,